Hello and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Fantastic Four Doctor Doom from Marvel Legends, along with Emperor Doom as well. This is a reissue of the animated series inspired Doctor Doom from a couple of years ago, while this is the brand new Emperor Doom as he appeared in the One World Under Doom comic series. You can see Doctor Doom comes in retro-inspired backing from that old animated series from, I think, 94, 95, give or take. We get the Fantastic Four logo at the top, Marvel Comics. We get the Fantastic Four as they appeared in that cartoon series. He comes on an open, on a blister card, Doctor Doom, with some comic art down there. On the back, we get some more artwork of the character, a image of its action feature. Obviously, it doesn't have one, but it's designed to inspire that feel. Brief bio of the character, our legal and barcode, and then Emperor Doom comes in that new window box packaging from Marvel Legends. It's the standard black back with the Emperor Doom logo there, Emperor Doom on the side. We get some artwork as he appeared in that comic series. Brief bio on the back with some more artwork. Legal, same as the base, and then our side, and then the top has the Emperor Doom logo. So there we go. So without any further ado, let's get these opened and take a look at them. And here we have our two Dooms out of the packaging. Both figures are pretty much identical, bar a couple of key differences. So the differences on the two figures is their head sculpts. It's worth noting in both of them their hoods are glued to the heads, so you're not easily removing those if you wanted to. That's our Emperor Doom head and Doctor Doom's head. Obviously they've got different capes, and their skirt pieces are different, along with the belts. Otherwise these are the exact same figures, right down to the jet boosters built into the back of the bodies. So how you feel about that is obviously your own opinion. It kind of makes sense from my view. It's obviously the same character, just one's the Sorcerer Supreme, the other is his standard figure. Emperor Doom does not want to stand for some reason at all, but so while the moulding and body parts are exactly the same, this has more of a metallic-y silver, where this is more of an iron grey for the body armour. But yes, they are the same figure. They have the standard Marvel Legends articulation. Head is on a ball joint and swivel. Arms are on those swivel pegs. Tight joints, which is hindered a little by the armor plating, but not too much. Bicep swivel. Double bend at the elbow, but because of that armor you're not getting it too far. And then peg and swivel at the wrist. Waist is on a ball joint, so you can get some swivel, and thankfully due to that belt you don't really see the cut or the swivel there when it's turned, so everything still maintains a nice aesthetic. The skirt on Doctor Doom is 2-layered, part of it attaching to the back of the body, part of it attaching to the belt. This obviously allows for articulation in the legs and movement, so you can get them moving out, moving forwards. There is that typical calf swivel, double bend at the knees, no sort of boot cut, but there is that standard ankle swivel and tilt. The cape does plug into the back there, has a habit of popping out when you're articulating him, but it's not too bad. I do like this head sculpt. I think it's a nice look for comic / animated Doom. I like the way the eyes have been sunken into the mould of the figure. My only real gripe is the fact that the hood of the cape isn't a separate piece and it's glued to that head, which is a little disappointing. There's some nice moulded detail throughout. There is very little in terms of paint apps, but then this character doesn't really have that much detailing, but we do get some nice gold here in the browns. You get the Doom logo on his gun belt, and interestingly enough, that does pop open, and he has a little pistol there, which is a nice touch, and that's tucked away in the like that in the packaging, so it's almost a hidden accessory, as it were. The only problem is it's obviously trying to get that peg back in. They're always so awkward. There, sort of. But there we have Doom. Accessory wise, he comes with quite a bit actually, a nice volume, more than I certainly expected. So he gets 2 alternate hands. One's a standard gun firing, the other sort of the grasping hand. They do alternate in the very standard Marvel Legends way of just pulling them out and plugging them in. It comes with this accessory. I'm not too sure what it's supposed to be. Doesn't really have a hand which will hold it properly. And sort of get grasped in the shooting hand. It then comes with 2 blast effect pieces. Now, there's nothing in the hands for these, which is a little disappointing. Would have been nice to have maybe had something like that for him to firing his magic or whatever, but they are, I think, designed to go into the back of the rocket here. They do look a little odd like that though. They're too close to the body, but you could also have them on the foot pegs as well if you really wanted them to. He also comes with 2 of the magic effects pieces, so these can wrap around the hands as you see, and then he comes with copies of the Book of Vishanti, which is an interesting tome for him to come with. And you can see there's some really nice moulded detail, and there are some gorgeous paint apps on these, giving them real sort of old papery effects. There's even some moulded detail of sort of torn pages there. And he also appears to have, not sure if this is just a Book of Doom or if it's supposed to be a Darkholme tome. But again, similar paint apps, same moulded detail on the inside, but it is some really nice detail that's been done there. Again, the only way you're really going to get him gripping these is with that gun hand, so he's only going to get it in one hand, sort of, and even then it's not the best grip, which is a little disappointing, but it's nice to have those added extras. Then we have Emperor Doom. So as I said, they are the exact same figure, so the articulation's the same as before. The only real difference in this figure is, bar that cape, is the head, as we've seen earlier. I don't like this mold as much. You can sort of see the green in the eyes there. But I feel it looks a little more robotic than it does a mask. But it's close enough to as it appeared in the comics, so it's a nice touch. He obviously gets the cape with the Eye of Agamotto there. Some slight paint app spillage on mine, but it's not too bad. But in some ways I actually quite like it. It kind of almost gives a glow effect to it. Belt. There is no gun on this figure. He still has a cut in the skirt, so you can get movement out of the legs as necessary. And he has a shorter skirt piece, but I'd say it's a harder plastic than the others. But otherwise it is the same figure. He comes with the same effects pieces and the same hands as Doom. So overall it's, you know, just a slight redeco of the two. And if you only wanted one Doom in your collection, I would argue this is the better of the two figures. But personally I wanted both the Emperor and Doctor Doom, so I'm okay with them. It's a nice enough figure. It's nothing to write home about. He does not want to stand for some reason. I quite like this figure. I think there's some real nice attention to detail in it. I like the cloth under the cape. It's a nice little touch. It adds a layer to the figure. I think I would have preferred maybe a cloth cape on this figure rather than the hard plastic. I feel it might have been a little more suitable for Doom, and I would have liked the hood to have been removable on both of these figures. But it is what it is. It's nice to have a decent Marvel Legends Doom in my collection. I really like the level of accessories the animated one comes with, and I do feel that Emperor Doom could have come with a little bit more than he did. But there we have them. Overall they are okay. They are decent enough figures and certainly worth adding to your collection. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, freedom is a right, not a privilege.